All right, thank you guys. Good morning again. This is Kevin Gray with Table Talk, and this is part 2 of Teams training for Table Talk Extras. So we're going to go over in more detail, kind of more, dive deeper into the kind of video chatting, screen sharing, sharing your desktop, those kind of features, files, so on and so forth. So let's get into this. So I'm going to call Mike. So Mike, I know he shows busy, but he has agreed for me to interrupt him. So I'm going to call him real quick. You can always go down here and chat and say, hey, you available? And make sure you type it right. So let's see if he's available. And also a cool thing is he has all these kind of emojis, right? So I can always do a thumbs up, or he can do a thumbs up, right? Oh, he's available. So you also have these other things with messages. Before I call him, I want to show this. So you can do little emojis, right? All the fun stuff. You can attach a file, schedule a meeting, you can stream, attach a file, emojis. So let's call him. So let's do a video chat real quick. So I'm going to video chat him, and here it goes. That looks like Mike. And there's Mike. How you doing, Mike? Mike. So let me go over a couple things here with Mike. So one of the things that we always get asked is how do you screen share within Teams? So here I'm going to, on this top menu, you'll see you have these different options. I can turn off my video. That's the video. I can turn that off. I can mute myself. And then next to that is the share content. So when you click this button, it's going to give you some options. You see here underneath, here's the desktop. So my screen 1 or screen 2. So I have 2 monitors. So you can pick the entire screen, or you can actually just pick an application. So if you just wanted to share Word, you could just share Word, and they wouldn't see anything else that popped up on your screen. So that's the benefit of that. If you are showing or sharing your screen, say a desktop, and you have audio, say you're showing a video or you have audio within a PowerPoint, you want to make sure you toggle this on, include computer sound. If that is not on, you're going to have to unshare and then share it back and turn it back on. And yep, so I'm not going to share it because it'll probably, oh, there it goes. So now you'll see this red, I believe, around my screen that is showing that we're sharing this screen. So now I'm presenting. I can give control to Mike. I can stop sharing, so on and so forth. So let me get back to my Teams, and I'm going to stop sharing. So another thing here too is conversations. So if you're in a video chat, you can actually pull up the conversations tab, and it's the same chat that you've been having within the regular Teams chat. It's just now here, so you can continue to chat while you're, looking at each other. So, Mike, don't you think your dog is getting um, restless? Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. So screen sharing, audio, chat, here's all the other features with that. If, I'm going to leave this meeting right now, if by chance you just want to do a call, you can actually just do an audio call. So what this does, it calls the same thing, it just turns your video off. So, you're still making a phone call, it just turns your video off, they can answer with their video. So that's kind of, not really sure why they have both options, but what they do. So the only difference is it turns your video off. So be mindful of that. So I'm going to leave this. And let's get back over to this. So let's talk about files and files in general under a Teams channel. So under the Teams channel, let's go to kind of our general one here. So here's some files. So let's go back up actually. So that was a good so here, documents, general. So these are all the general documents. So you can do just that. Like we've created here, you can create folders. So you can add a new folder. You can create new documents right within here. So if I wanted to do a Word document, I can name it Table Talk Extras. And when that comes up, it's actually going to open Word kind of in the Teams environment, which is kind of cool. So I can test. I've got, Word is all right here within, the very basic features that I need. I can change the layout. I can do all this. So I can do all of this within Teams by doing this. But also, once I close that, you'll notice that this shows up. So now, what's really cool is if I go into the video, there's all the files and stuff for the video blog. So you can do all these different things. You can take this and say, I want to download this file. You can take it, you want to download it, so you can copy it and do all that kind of stuff. Also, if you wanted to put a file there, say, you can do it one of two ways. Take your file and just drag it over to this window. And that basically is going to upload that file right to that channel. I don't know why I keep getting those. It's going to upload it right to the channel. So drag and drop is a feature. You can upload through here, doing files, folders, grab all the different files and folders. So that's really nice. One of the very nice things about having your files in Teams is the collaboration that happens. So I'm going to chat with Mike again and have him get into a file with me. Hey, Mike, can you jump into the video blog spreadsheet? So let's go over to our Teams because it is in our marketing. Under files, we have a tech tip videos spreadsheet. So I just click on it and it's going to open up in Teams, which is really nice. That's fine. So, which is really nice because it's in Teams and everything else, and there's everything. And what's really cool now is I can see, if I go all the way up to the top, since we're both, me and Mike are both here, now Mike is showing up here. He's editing, and he's purple. So this is Mike, and that's where Mike is. I'm green. So now we are both editing and working on the same file, and we can communicate, we can have a conversation. So if I hit this conversation thing, this goes directly between me and him. We can have a conversation about the document, about the proposal we're working on together, the spreadsheet. If I have questions, everything, we can get into the document at the same time. And you can have multiple people at the same time in the document. Everybody just shows up as a different color. So that's one of the greatest benefits that I've seen, especially in this remote workplace, of being able to collaborate, doing stuff this way with people. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of this. And what's also nice is it automatically saves stuff as well. So I'm going to get out of that part, and I'm actually going to open this. If you right click on these files, one of the features is open. So you can do it in Teams, you can open it in the app, or you can open it in the browser. So I like to open it in the app, because what that does is it actually opens up Excel that is on your computer. So now it is setting everything up and getting everything open. Getting everything open in Excel, and this takes a minute. especially if it's a bigger file. This one's not a big file, so I'm not sure why it's taking so long. But let's let that open. So that's why we're doing that. Let's look at the other features here. So when you hit the three dots on any of the files, you can do a couple of different things. You can download the file, you can delete it, you can do this. But one of the questions that we got asked was, can you actually move a channel from one team to another? So if I wanted to move this channel from EITS and move it up to marketing, at this point in time, what we found out is you cannot move an entire channel like this, but what you can move are the files. So if there's any files within one channel that you want to have in a different channel, you can highlight the files and basically move. And when you move them, it gives you an option to move to the different channels. So here I can go to different different channels, and now I can put them in here and then move them. So I'm not going to do that right now, but that's how you move kind of files from one channel to another channel. Right now, Microsoft is working on being able to move an entire channel to a different team, but at this point, you can only do file moves from channel to channel. So let's see. So now it opened up in Excel. So now you can see it's fully open in Excel. And also still, Mike is still in it. So even though I am not in the Teams app, I opened it within Excel, but the file lives in Teams. So now I have a much greater, I have full-blown Excel functionality. And I'm still collaborating with Mike. And everything is saved automatically. Autosave is on. Everything is saved automatically. So everything is very, very streamlined, and this is a great way to collaborate and share files and do it through Teams with this feature. So one of the last things I would just want to touch on, because it can be its own little series, is adding apps to Teams. So if you'll notice down here, there's an apps button. If you click on the apps button, you can add different apps that you might use into Teams, like weather, like forms, different things that you might find useful. We don't have any ones that we recommend. It's kind of really up to what each individual user uses. You have Adobe Creative Cloud. I mean, there's thousands of these apps that you can add to your Teams. And I would say, once you click on an app, it's going to give you kind of the different, kind of like the App Store. It'll give you a rundown of what the app is. If you add it, let's add the weather app and see what this does. Let's put in Monument, Colorado. So Monument, Colorado. So that's kind of that. Apps just show you can put stuff into a chat. So that's what that app's for. So definitely play around with apps. We don't get too much into the app side of things. It's really an individualized thing, but the main things to keep in mind with this in Teams is it is fully collaboration. You can search for people that you might need in the organization. If I need to find Leslie, start typing and things pop up. So that's the search feature. It's a really powerful tool, guys. Dive into it, use it. The more you use it, the better you'll be. Thank you for Table Talk Extra. Have a great day.